Hi, my friends. Welcome to Stampin' All Day with Bev. Happy Wednesday. We have 1 minute and we're going to get started with another terrific Toadstool pop-up card. I have taught you how to make these toadstools realistic, and now I've shown you how to make a little mechanism to have the card pop up, because there's a saying in the set that says popping up to say hi. And today we're going to do the same. Well, we're not going to make the realistic ones. I've already taught you how to do that, but we're going to use stamp pads, many of them, and we're going to use the toadstools as I believe they were meant to be used. And also another way to make the same pop-up type of thing, same mechanism, but a different way, and use some of that darling background paper that coordinates with the toadstools. They're on page 53, I believe. Yep, page 53 of the mini catalog. So if you want to see them in your catalogs, that's the page you turn to. And it is 9:30, so we are going to get started. Hallelujah, I can see my comments. Hey, Karen Kirshner. Hey, Rhonda, how are you? I'm so happy. I went through my, when I set up my camera to get ready to do a live, and I pressed all kinds of buttons, and there was one that says share to stories. Well, I didn't really want to share to stories, but I clicked on it anyway, and I think maybe that did it. I don't know, but I'm just grateful that I can see your names here, because I started a new thing where those of you who are watching me live are eligible to win the card that I'm making right now. So you don't have to wait, and you might win. Hey, Mary Jo. Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Okay, so a couple of announcements before I get started with the card. One is to do with Facebook again. Vicki just reminded me this morning that Facebook has announced that, I don't know when it's going to start, but they're only going to let us save our lives, our videos, for 30 days. Okay. So good thing that I upload my videos to YouTube. So if you need to, after 30 days, so after 30 days from today, I don't think it's started yet, and I don't know the date they're going to start doing that. But when it starts, if you can't find an older live that I did that you want to watch, then simply go to my YouTube channel and they will be there. So I upload my lives sometimes, like Wednesdays, I might upload it on Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening. On Sundays, it's night already. I'm tired, so I usually do it on Monday. So give me a little bit of time after the live has been completed to upload to YouTube. Hi, Louise. Welcome, everybody. So I think that's the only announcement I wanted to make for Facebook, the way they're changing things. So let's get started with this card. Okay, turn you down, turn you around, you know the drill. There we are. Oh, this little dangly thing. Good morning, my friend Lynn. How are you? Let me see if I can. Stephanie Hall, hello. Let me try to get in a little closer now. Oop, a little too close. There we go. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Please, please, please. That is how I can grow. If you let anybody, you guys, everybody that's on here right now is on here pretty regularly. So if you know anybody else that you think may enjoy my lives like you do, please share it with them. You can share on my YouTube channel as well, so they can maybe join our little group and have fun on Sunday nights and Wednesday mornings. My name is Beverlee Morales. I am your host. If you're here but you're not saying hello, please say hello. My friends and I would like to get to know you. Just comment, and that is also going to give you a chance to win the card that I'm making today. My host code for February is right here, but don't panic if you forget to use it. If your order is under $150 and you forget to use it, it's okay. I'll add it later. But if you can try to remember to use that, that would be great. Where can you shop with me? Right here at beverleestamps.stampinup.net. And this is the YouTube channel I was talking about that you can go to and watch my replays on a big TV, on your computer, on your phone, wherever you have YouTube. Email me if you have any questions. You no longer have to email me to get the card that you win, because if you're here, you're going to know that you won it before we sign off today. All right. Oh, well, that's not quite true, is it, Bev? No, it's not quite true, because if you win it, and I'll need your address. If you're not a customer of mine, if you're a viewer, if you're a follower, but you haven't ordered from me, I don't have your address in my database, so you'll need to email me your address. Okay. So let me tell you what I'm using again. And I know you've noticed, well, I think you've noticed that I'm not doing the spreadsheet with all the item numbers on it right now. And thank you for your grace, and thank you for not complaining. You guys are the sweetest ladies I probably ever know. I'm overwhelmed right now. I'm just going to be very, very honest with you. I'm overwhelmed right now. It has nothing to do with Stampin' Up. It has to do with my private life. Hopefully this is all going to come to end soon. I see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I just have to make decisions on where I'm going to cut back in order to get everything done that I need to get done. So hopefully in the near future, I can start making that list again for you. It's very time consuming, but if you want it, I want to give it to you. But I will try my best to give you the item numbers as I use them. Okay, so that's what's going on with that. I used, again, for this card, the perennial postage dies, and I used these two this time. And the item number is 162607. We talked about terrific Toadstools. This is the stamp set I'm using once again, and the bundle number is 164790. And I'm giving you that bundle number this time because I am going to use the coordinating punch that comes with this set. Also using some of the designer series paper. It's double-sided. It's 6x6. It's called Toadstools, Toadstool Gardens, and it's 164942. I'm using this embossing folder, one of my faves, Forever Plaid. Item number 164049. Hey, Roz, welcome, my dear. All right, I'm using two markers, basic black and Daffodil Delight, I believe. And these are now, yes, Daffodil Delight. These are now sold in packs, so you can find these in the catalog, the annual catalog. And then the Tiny Trinket Bees, 164714, our item code number for that. Then again, I'm using, to embellish, the satin ribbon in Daffodil Delight is the color. Item number 164715 in the mini catalog. It's satiny, it's narrow, it's bright, it's fun, hence the coordinating marker. Again, I'm using the antique pearls, and they are 164, I think I have it bigger right here. Yes, 164579. Okay. Oh, you know what I forgot to say? You also have given me a lot of grace about showing my prize for the month. January's prize for the month just arrived. I was late ordering it. I didn't forget. I'm still giving out prizes to my customers who order from me. And so I have this prize, the satin ribbon, right here, a brand new pack. And it goes to the January winner, Janelle. Janelle Cipriani is the winner for January, and it's a random pick from all the orders that were placed in January. And then I have a prize for February already, so I'll be on time with this one. And I have to tell you a little bit about Janelle. Janelle and I have been friends for, oh gosh, I'm going to say close to 25 years, maybe 23, something like that. Anyway, she lives in Seaside, California, over by Monterey, which you guys all know is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place, right? So Janelle and I and Michelle and Kathy and Michelle and these two girls are new to me, new friends, and I just love them both. Alana is her name. Alana and Michelle are trying to come, but Kathy and I for sure are going to go spend 4 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 days with Janelle at her house. She has invited us. I accepted. I'm so excited. She's invited me before, but I wasn't ever able to go because I was caring for my mom. But now she invited me again, and Kathy is picking me up. I'm so spoiled, and driving me there, and we are going to eat, walk, stamp, sit by the fire, walk in the sand by the ocean, talk, pray, go to church together on Sunday, go to lunch, eat, all the things. And guess what? I asked him, I said, Janelle, can I go live at your house? And she said, absolutely. So I am going to share some of our good times with you guys. It'll be just pop-ups because I don't know, I don't know if it's going to be when we're stamping, if it's going to be when we're by the fire, maybe all of the above. I don't know. But I'm going to arrive Friday, and then we have all Friday and Friday night. Saturday, all day. We don't know what we're going to do yet. No plans, just, play it by ear and have fun. And Sunday, when we get up, we're going to all go attend her church together, and then we're going to go for brunch, and then we'll drive back home. Doesn't that sound fun? Oh, I'm so excited for that. Good friends, good times. All right, so back to stamping here and the stamp set. Here is the card that I made for you on Sunday, and it was very popular. I got a lot of nice comments on that, and Jean won this card, and she picked the one with the black and vanilla plaid, and so she already has her card, and so here's one for my display area here in my shop. And then I was showing you what I was using for this card. So quite a few ink pads, because this is a Churi set. And where did I get these colors from? I got these colors from, how did I decide to use these colors? That's what I'm trying to say. I decided to use these colors because these are the colors that are in the designer series paper, except for the black, but that is just for the little ladybug. No, that's not for the ladybug. That's for the sentiment. And then I'm going to use real red for the little ladybug, and I'm going to use the black marker to make her little spots. So those are the ink pads that I'm using, and I showed you everything else. Of course, you need your snips, your bone folder, your dimensionals, and your liquid glue and that type of thing. Let me see if my liquid glue is going to flow for me. Right now. Yep, it's flowing. Okay, good job. So that's ready to go. Are you ready to see the card now? Look how cute this card is. That little bumblebee, when I first saw these trinkets, I thought, well, that's tiny. Well, it's perfect. They knew what they were doing. They know scale for sure. Look at the plaid. Look at the, I'm going to call it rickrack from the perennial postage dies. Look at the stripes in the DSP. Look at the pop-up, just like I taught you already, but I'm going to teach you how to make this little layer piece of cardstock on the front, and then we're going to open it up for the inside to say whatever you would like it to say. Okay, now I'm going to do a little bit different on the card I'm making right now because I was so excited the way this turned out. I forgot to use the punch on this one. So I'm going to use the punch on the one I'm making right now. Now look at the designer series paper. Here are all the pieces of paper that I need, but I'm going to pull the DSP first. Love the card and the set. I'll be casing this card. Yay! So look at the designer series paper, how it comes, and how it looks on my card. Okay, so why did I do that? Because I wanted to use the daffodil ribbon, but there was no daffodil in the designer series paper. It still looked cute, but I thought, can I tie that in somehow? So let's cut this down to the size I need. So you're going to need your paper trimmer. And we're going to cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4. Now I want my designer series paper to go up and down, portrait style. So when you want it portrait style, you cut it landscape. Confusing, yes, but that's it. So here's how I think about it. The way I want it to go, I cut it the opposite. Okay, so mind-boggling. 4 by 5 1/4, and see how my stripes are now up and down. You can save this little piece for the inside of your card, and you have a great scrap for another project. Okay, put this scrap in my packet right now so I don't lose it. And there we go. All right, so this is the first little technique I want to talk about. You take your markers, and you can, hi Marie, you can do one of two things. This is the pointy end, and I'll do this one a little different than I did the first one. Let's get it here so you can see the difference. I took the white end and I colored in all the white stripes with my Daffodil Delight marker on this card. But on this card right now, I'm going to see if I can just make stripes. Nope, not showing up good enough. And I will tell you why. My pens are older than me. Not really. Not much is older than me. My pens are very old. And my sweet manager just gave me a gift certificate for my accomplishments. And I think I'm going to ask her to order me a set of markers. But see the difference? And again, you can any white that you see in your designer series paper, if you have a ribbon that you want it to coordinate with, but it's just not in the paper, take your marker and make the paper add the color of the ribbon that you want to use so it will coordinate. Genius, right? Hey, Kathy Jones. Hey, Vera. I think so. So it's, I was like, I want to use that ribbon, but that color's not in the paper. Well, there's white there, Bev. Make it, put it, add it. And you can go fast. You don't have to get very detailed. I was just talking and playing. And so when you get down like halfway or a little bit more, turn it around so you don't have to twist your arm and get uncomfortable, ergonomically correct. And this is very simple to do just by turning the cardstock or the designer series paper in this case, the opposite direction, and coloring in the white part. And you don't have to stay in the lines either. No, this is a light color. So if you go right over the green like I just did, and you go right over the orange to the orange like I just did, over the pink like I just did, it all looks good. Okay, great idea. Yay. Yay, you guys are liking that idea. Yes, it makes your paper change just a hair, and you can coordinate now with the ribbons that you have. So this is a 4 1/4 by 11 piece of cardstock, and I'm going to fold it over in half. Excuse me. And we are going to burnish with our bone folder. And then what are we going to do, ladies? We are going to grab the ends of the paper and we are going to wing it back, as I call it, to make that beautiful seam. Leave it flat, and then we can add our designer series paper to the card. Now, what am I doing at this point? I'm looking to see if the ribbon is going to interfere with the DSP in the card at all. It's not. It's going to go on this little pop-up mechanism so we can lay this down and be done with this part of the card. See how great this ribbon coordinates with the DSP now. So, okay, here's another idea. If you have blends and you have white ribbon and you want a color ribbon, just color your ribbon with the blend, the color that matches the DSP, and away you go again. So don't, your tools can be used many different ways. So here is the card. All right, next piece I have is the 4 by 5 1/4 for the inside. Here is the inside. And I'm doing that now so I don't lose this little strip that I cut off. And I am just going to place it right here on the end, just like that. Okay. Liquid glue or your paper, your adhesive runner, whichever you use. And if this is a little bit longer than the cardstock, you just flip it over. It's a hair, just a smidgen longer. Hi, company. Okay, have fun with your company, Bev. And there we go. All right. So another thing I want to do different on this card than I did on this card is I want to stamp. It says popping in to say hi, but I want to stamp some mushrooms. Okay, on the inside. This is going to be stamped on the cardstock. It's not going to be punched out. So I can show you different ways to use this. And my granny apple green, that's another thing I have to order. I have to order a refill. So I'm just going to stamp this mushroom head cap right here. Hold my paper and lift. Hey, Viola. And then I am going to take the granny apple green in the stem. But my granny apple green is pretty dry. So when you make your card, let me test this on scrap. Yeah, it's so light. I'm trying to find a place that has a little bit more. And I didn't realize I don't have this refill. Otherwise, I would have refilled it and we wouldn't have this issue this morning. So I'm inking the heck out of it and then just stamping this down. Hold it a little while. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's very, very subtle. It's more pastel-y. It's fine. Okay, so that's cute for the inside, right? Do we agree? I'm telling you, yesterday, you guys, oh, mercy, what a day. Glue, here it is. I have a lot of energy. Did you color the inside DSP yellow? Yes, Daffodil Delight. Oh, no, the inside one yet. Thank you. No, I didn't. Whoo, Karen, what would I do without Karen? La, 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 la. I cut that off and then I didn't color it. So see the difference. It would not have coordinated with the front. So let me do that before I glue it in. Because I don't want to glue it in and then color and take a chance of getting some yellow on the base card. Okay. Thank you, Karen. All right. So, hi, Susan. So here we go. And then I'm going to leave the sentiment part of it blank so you can write whatever you want because we're just popping in to say hi anyway, right? Okay. There we go. Inside finished. Okay, now we need a piece of scrap paper. And this is pretty big scrap, but that's what I grabbed. Okay, and so we're going to stamp the mushroom and punch it out now. So here's what I do. These punches that have multiple images on them can be frustrating unless you have a demonstrator that explains an easy way. And that's what I'm going to try to do. All right. So I have always taught you to look at your punches this way, upside down, right? So backwards. So you're looking at the actual holes in the punch. You're not looking at the cover. All right. So when you look at this, this tells you that this stamp has to be stamped in this direction in order to be punched out. So I just wanted you to be aware that if you do not want to get frustrated, you're going to stamp your cap in this direction, so upside down. And you're going to leave a little bit of space under there. I don't know if I left enough or not. I may not have. Oh, I did because it's sideways. Okay. All right. Wait, hold on. Got to cut this down one and cut this. The scrap was too big. Okay. And then I have to see how it goes into the punch, but not enough to cut that out. So I have to cut this bottom part off too. So I could have stamped a little closer to the edge. Hi, Rosie. All right, so let's get that in there. Not quite. I want a little bit more cut off. Now, remember I told you the last time that we talked about this punch? It punches out a little bit smaller than the actual image. So line it up and punch. Okay, so this one's for the other toadstool top. This is the one we're going to use right now, and it cut out the stem. So there's what we've got left. All right. I don't want to waste this. I don't want to stamp a stem and then have to cut out another one. So I'm going to take my Granny Apple Green. I'm going to take my stem. And you're going to see that the stem curves a little bit to your left. See how it curves a little bit? And I'm just going to ink this up best I can. Remember, I've got a dryer pad. Hey, Pamela. And I'm just going to stamp right over this cutout stem. Press hard. There you go, see? And then I have my green stem. Okay, brilliant. Clean off my stamps. This cleaner, it comes with the glass mat, just in case you're wondering where I got it from. And it also comes with this mat that I use for various reasons, but I lay my wet. Can't think of what you call that now. It's what you dry off your car with. Can't think of the name of it. So that's very convenient. All comes with the glass mat, which is item number 163996. It's a great time to buy that if you don't have it and you want it. It's a great time because of celebration. So you get free items. Okay, so let's put this on the card. You'll see that I use the smaller perennial postage die, rectangle die. And I did that in advance because you guys know how to do that. And we put the little mushroom and then we put the little stem on there. And then we have room here for some stamping. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my mini glue dots and I'm going to put chamois, thank you, on the back of the stem. And pull off the paper backing. Remember, it's larger than the stem, but you can just fold it over on itself. And these with the coverings are from Paper Pumpkin. Watching your my granddaughter Annalise is here, watching your class with me, and she enjoyed having you talk directly to me during class. Aw, Annalise, you have the most awesome grandma. What do you call her? Grammy, grandma, Nana? I don't know what you call Karen, but your Grammy has been my grandkids call me Grammy. So your Grammy has been a friend of mine for quite a while, and she's very talented, as you well know. So welcome, Annalise. I'm glad you're here. Okay, so this is how this looks. But now let's leave that there, and let's take the little ladybug, and you could use the pink again. Red is nowhere to be found in this paper, I don't think. No, it's not. But I wanted to keep it more realistic, so I'm using real red. And I'm just stamping this little critter right here. And he doesn't have any dots or anything on him like ladybugs do, so that's where the black marker comes in. And we can just create our own. You know, that's what's so good about stamping. It's your imagination, your creativity. And you can just make everything look the way you want it to look. See how that changed it up just by putting black on the antennas? Then you can just start with the dots, and I don't think too hard or too long about where I'm placing them. I'm sure in nature they're just random. So there you go. All right, so now there's a itty bitty stem in the stamp set. And we're going to stamp that twice. Over here, once. And twice. A little bit of space in between, so because we have the caps to put on still. Okay. And then a Daffodil Delight. Cap. Isn't it a pretty name? I know. I love that name. Annalise is a gorgeous, gorgeous name. First time I heard it is Krista, this lady I know, her mother's name is Annalise, and that's the first thing I said is, what a gorgeous name. She's German. Beautiful. Okay, and then I'm going to use the Fresh Freesia because that's in the paper as well. Okay, but we need to clean off our stamp because we're changing color. And I always rub my finger or thumb over it to make sure it's dry. But with the chamois, it's never soaking wet. So that's good. And then these are photopolymer, so you can really see where you're placing these very, very easily. Hi, Becky. Welcome. All right. So cute. Okay, so let's take the punch. And the difference again now, because I punched it out, after I made this card, I said, oh, I like it so much, but darn it, I didn't use the punch. And I thought, oh, let me show you this. I thought I can just put the dimensionals behind here and put it over the top of the stamped one, since I'd already stamped it. And I like what it did. So remember I said the punch punches out the images a little bit smaller than the actual stamp? Okay, so if you put another color under here, stamp another color of the cap, and then stamp this color and place it on top, you're going to have an outline. You can do a darker stem stamped on here, and then a darker color, maybe red, and then lay this on top, and you'll have the shadow of the other color because the punch punched it out smaller. I did not do that, but I think that's a heck of an idea. It's probably going to look really, really good. So here is my mini dimensionals, and I'm going to cut an edge off because the stem is small. And I'm going to place that right on the stem. And now I'm going to remove all the paper backings. And as soon as I'm done doing that and putting this down, I'm going to clean off my desk. Look how messy it's getting. Okay, grab this guy. Hi, welcome. All right, so there we go. So stinking cute. Let's take the antique pearls now. And yes, I used a lot of them. Could not help myself. They are so cute on here. And I used a small. And then I used some mediums. So I used both. Oh, that one's on, decided to be on my finger. So let's put that there. And it's okay. It's like, that's a lot. You don't have to use as many as I did. But, oh, that's a bigger one. Let's put a bigger one there. That's a bigger circle right there. And then, so just alternate your sizes. And it looks so cute. And then the little bee guy. Again, I need my mini glue dots. It's the easiest way I found to get these guys. Glue, you have to wait for it to dry. You have to get an itty bitty dot. Sometimes too much squirts out. So if you just put your mini glue dot on there and then peel off the paper backing. And yes, I'm going to say it again. The paper backing ones are the ones from Paper Pumpkin. Oh, I never have a hard time getting the paper off, and I am right now. Why is that? Did it come off? Oh yeah, it did. Okay. It was already coming off, and I was just fumbling with it too much. And then just set this guy right there. And it sticks, and you don't have to wait for anything to dry, and it's just cute as can be. All right, let me clear up my space. We've got that little focal point all stamped. Clean off my little ladybug. And it's just adorable. Okay, so far so good. Let's talk about this. The mechanism in here for the pop-up. This is the mechanism. Showed you how to do that on Sunday, but I'm going to show you again. I always start with a 3-inch piece, 3 inches long, and then I simply fold it in half. The width doesn't matter. If you have a wider piece that you want to pop up, make your mechanism wider. If it's narrower, make it narrower. And then fold it again. And at this point, you want to use your bone folder and burnish to get the score lines really, really crisp. Just like that. Okay, so now you can see crisp lines. Hopefully I'll remember before I put this in, I will put glue on both ends and let it set up. But right now I need to cut this out. So let's move our stuff. And I'm using this die. So this is the second to the largest die in the perennial stamp set. And I'm going to get my cut and emboss machine. Platforms 1, 2, and 3 are on here. And then I'm going to take a piece of paper that is, it's white cardstock. The fold is up here at the top. Hi, Joan. And it is 3 3/4 inches wide and 9.5 inches long. I'll leave that there for you to write it down, take a snapshot, whatever. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to lay this die on top of this paper, but we are going to, let me get take your pick tool so I can point and you can see. We are going to leave a space between these scallops and the fold. So the best way I find to do that is the first little scallop lays right to the edge of the cardstock. And then you'll see that it's pretty even there. You don't want it to move, so take some Post-it notes or some, I just moved it, or some Post-it note tape, which I can't find mine. Gonna have to break down and order it again. And make sure that you see air between the cardstock and the die. This side looks a little bit close to me, so I'm going to move it a hair. Yeah, it moved. Okay, so I'm going to move it just a hair. There we go. There we go. Okay, and then hold it down. Put the second number 3 clear acrylic on top and run it through once, and then bring it back to you by running it through a second time. Why? Because we've got 2 pieces of cardstock here. This piece of cardstock is folded in half, so we're cutting out 2 thicknesses. Okay, before you take everything off and apart, turn it over and see that you've got it cut through both pieces. That's what I would do. So if you need to go through it again, nothing's moved and it's all in the same spot. But it came off really easy, so we're good. All right, let's take off the, well, let's move this. I'm going to use it again for the folder, but for right now, I'll take it away so you can see better. Take off your tape or your Post-it notes. Bless you. My husband just sneezed. Did you hear that? And then we have this piece. Now, is this not a cute card on its own? So if you want to make smaller cards or bigger cards, not bigger than normal, but this size, you can just by doing this. This would be your whole card. So I thought adding our little focal point on here was absolutely adorable. A little bit plain. You know me, I've got to have texture. So let's put these back and let's get the texture. This is the 3D Forever Plaid extra large, I call them jumbo size, folder. And we can take this 9.5 inch long, well, it's a little shorter than that now because it got cut off, right? And we can put it all the way to the top. And it's going to be a little bit longer than the folder, but that's okay. I didn't mind. So that's what I did. You can actually cut this down to 9.25 probably, and then it will all fit in there. Okay, so I'm going to take my machine, and I removed platform 2 and the 3s, and I'm just putting in platform 1, the folder with the paper in it, and platform 4, and I'm going to roll through. Now this is because the paper's open wide, it's all the way open. It's going to emboss the front, the back, the whole thing. And then you can't see where you scored it and folded it, right? But for some reason, when you just push down, that score line really shows. Now, this is the end that didn't go all the way to the end, so I'm putting that at the bottom. And then this went all the way to the top, so I like that. So we're going to take this and set it there and see how much cuter that is. Now, I need to cut out one more. I thought I had them both, but I don't. One more of this size here. So let me do that real quick. Platform 1, platform 2, 3, paper, die, and platform 3 again. Crank it through. Okay, so you need 2 of these. Okay, so this one, we are going to stamp popping up to say hi. Tap, tap, tap. Annalise, did your Grammy make you breakfast this morning? Or is she making you lunch this afternoon, or both? Okay, popping up to say hi. Because I know she's a good cook too, and a good baker, huh? Probably taught you all to bake already. Popping up to say hi. One more little mushroom, why not? The cap. Cute. All right, so we're going to now clean, clean, clean. And we're going to put the glue on the two ends, and we're going to let that set up. So we've got four little rectangles or squares. They're more rectangles that we're looking at. So the two on the ends are going to get the glue. And we're going to let that set up a second. And it's going to go right in here. While we're letting that set up, let me get some dimensionals again. And we're going to place them on the back of our focal point. And let's look at the card and tell ourselves, can we put this down here now? Yeah, I don't see why not. Okay, so let's get this centered. And I love this plaid folder because it gives you lines to get things straight. All right, this is probably set up good, or good enough anyway. So we're going to make the little square. That's what we need, right? See, it's a square. Right in there. Okay, so let's put the line up against the fold, the edge of the cardstock up against the fold. And because it's set up, it should sit there well. The edge of this cardstock on the edge of the other one and up against the top. And I've got my thumb in there. See that? It should be set up because it should be easy to stay in there because we let it set up. See that? It's not quite dry yet, but it's staying. You don't have to fuss with it like I did on Sunday because I didn't let it set up. When I watched the replay, I'm like, oh, letting it set up is so much easier. Okay, so there we go. So now we have this little platform, and we just need to add glue on the platform. We don't want to add glue to this because you might put the glue in the wrong spot. So if you put it on the platform, you cannot make an error. Now that needs to set up a second. Okay. So let's get our ribbon. And I am going to get quite a bit of ribbon. I'm going to get the length of my glass mat plus about another 7 inches. I'm hoping that's enough. Oops, ribbon scissors. Okay. Fold this in half. And we can go right through the little square mechanism and come around. Am I in camera? Yeah. Pull it. I'm trying to get it kind of even. And then come around and just make a bow. Now, I like how that separates right there. This one's not doing it. So let me get my bow made. Let me untwist this. This is twisted. Okay. Come here. There we go. Good grief. Okay. Let's try again. That's how easy it's supposed to be. Okay. And then hold your finger. Don't bend these too much. Let's get it all the way to the end here in these little divots. Okay. And now pull it. Press with your finger and make your bow. So you guys have great plans for today. I'm going to, well, I can't tell you one thing I'm going to do because it's for my other page, my thrifting page. So I'm going to do that. And if you watch on Friday, okay, I didn't cut this long enough. That's what's happening. So. I should have cut it a little bit longer. So whatever I said, add to that. So I'm just going to open it up and have one because I need it longer. This is the easiest part of the card, and I'm making it look so difficult. But what the good thing, the only good thing is you see that we all have our days when something just doesn't work out right. We just stay at it and fix it. Okay. So I do prefer double bows, but this one's going to have a single. All right. Laugh with me, not at me, right? Okay, so this is a little loose, and I'm not going to mess with it anymore because it's not being my friend. So I'm going to take a regular mini glue dot and my take your pick tool and set it right down under there, make a little ball with it, and push the ribbon down to stay on the mini glue dot. There we go. All right, so now we've got the popping up. So cute. This is extra if it's single. And here is our card. Somebody said, so cheery. It is. It is very cheery. Hi, Melody. So let's glue this. So you're saying, yeah, Bev, when I try to make a bow, that's pretty much what happens. Just keep practicing. It'll happen once in a while, but for the most part, you'll get it done quickly. I always say I must usually do it very easily. It must be because I had daughters, and I was always doing their hair and adding bows to their pigtails and things. I don't know. So there we go. I hope you have fallen in love with this stamp set. And I hope you love the pop-up card. Oh, Lynn loves the pop-up cards. Yay! So there's this type, and then same kind of way, but this is just, the pop-up is here. So this is what this one looks like from the top. And this is the one I just made. So this is the way this one looks from the top. So they're just cute. I don't know who would not enjoy receiving these cards, right? Okay, so now, I am going to write down a number because I didn't do that in advance. Let me see. Don't start yet. Don't start yet, and don't leave because you might win this card. Okay, I wrote down a number. So when I say go, start typing in me. And you can do it over and over and over again. Go. And if you are the number I wrote down, you're going to win this card. Okay, I'm looking for the word me. Type it in and then type it in again. Keep going if you want to win this card. Nobody wants this card. I don't see any. Oh, there's one. Number 1, Debbie Pine. Lynn, 2. Karen, 3. Vera, so pretty. You want this card? Me. Melody, 4. Roz, 5. Lynn, 6. Lynn, 7. Stephanie, 8. Vera, 9. Lynn, 10. Lynn, 11. Lynn, 12. Roz, 13. Lynn, 14. Kathy Jones, 15. Lynn, 16. Lynn, 17. Lynn, 8. Lynn wants this card. 18. Lynn, 19. Lynn, 20. Number 20. Lynn, you won the card. Congratulations, Lynn. All right. So Lynn lives here in my town. The game is over. Lynn won. So Lynn, I think I'm going to be going out today so I can drop this into your cute little mailbox. All right, ladies. Thank you for being here. I hope you had fun. See you next time. Bye-bye.